Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance within Shape Fitness. I'm Coach Kim and I'll be your trainer. Today's workout for Thursday, May 29th is a level 4 difficulty. So this is kind of the boundary pushing, not quite the body blast that we'll be doing tomorrow, but definitely harder than the moderate level of difficulty that we used yesterday. Same moves, but with a level of challenge added to each of the exercises so that the 15-minute workout is that much more of a metabolic booster and you're going to feel great all day long. Find a spot on your living room floor. You don't need shoes. Of course, no equipment is needed. We're going to warm up with the windmill move to start. So plant your feet double shoulder width apart. Make sure your toes are straight. You're going to clasp your hands above your head and keeping your back straight, hinging at your hips. I want you to rotate your body down to the right and then circle around and back up to the left to complete the rotation. Again, it's called the windmill, right? So your body is rotating down to the right again and then lifting up to the left. Make sure your tummy muscles are engaged and make sure that your shoulders are back. Now switch directions, rotating the opposite way down to the left and up to the right. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Remember, this is a warm-up. You're focusing on getting some blood flowing to your body. You are focusing on your breath. You are erecting that dam that you need in terms of your brain to get all of this stuff in your life out. This is your body's opportunity to be healthy all day long, and this is the best way to start your day. Now, let's do a jog in place, or you can march, whatever you want to do. Just make sure it's a really active movement. If you're jogging, you're kicking those heels back and up, trying to connect your heel to your butt each time. If you want to add a shoulder press, that's great. This is for 30 seconds, and your time is going. All right, keep moving. Move with complete control, thinking about what is happening with your body. Your heart rate should be elevated by now. You've got 10 more seconds to move, and then we're going to start the first set. Okay, last 3 seconds. Slow your body down, and now bring your feet into that staggered heel to toe position that we almost got to yesterday. We were a little staggered, but this is really, you want one straight line from the front of your left toes to the rear of your right heel. One straight line. Okay, you should feel very off balance here. Arms out to the sides, palms facing down. Squeeze your tummy muscles. Think about the toes of your feet gripping your floor. Really connect your toes and the sole of your foot, the heel of your foot to the floor and stick. Abs engaged, back straight. Turn your head now all the way to the right, slowly, and all the way to the left. Your time starts now. We'll switch the foot pattern in the second set, all right, which will be harder because your dominant leg is typically the leg that goes in the rear, and you always start with the dominant leg, kind of at work hardest. So we'll switch your foot position for the next set. You've got about 6 more seconds to go. Keep moving. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Now we're doing the walkout move. Today's walkout move is a walkout push-up. So you're going to squat all the way down. Put your hands on the floor near your feet. Walk all the way out to push-up position where your hands line up vertically with your shoulders. Bend your elbows, lowering your body straight down without sinking your hips and arching the back. Then push back up, then walk your hands back to your feet into the squatted position and then stand all the way up. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Keep going. You're not going to do very many of these, obviously. This is a very, very long movement in terms of repetitions. But as you know, in our business, the number of repetitions is far less significant than, say, a lot of those like social media things I see where there's a contest, not contest, but like a campaign to do 100 squats a day or 50 push-ups a day or 50 crunches a day or something. All interesting, valiant pursuits, but when it comes down to 15 minutes that you might have to exercise and that's all you've got, this is the way to do it. Focus on the quality, not the quantity. Okay, coming up next here is something we call a lateral jump. So your feet should be straight. You're going to jump to the right and then jump to the left, landing lightly on the balls of your feet with a shock absorption in your knee, the knee bent, so that you can bounce kind of lightly all the way to the right. Try to get some distance like you're skiing mogul, skiing bumps in snow skiing type of situation. But your hands can be on your hips, your hands can be out to the sides. Go for it. 30 seconds is going. As I mentioned to you yesterday, plyometrics. A lot of people frown when we get to the jumping part. They don't want to do the jumping part. And let me tell you something. If you have orthopedic conditions, you do need to talk to your doctor and make sure that you have thumbs up from someone who cares for you regarding any impact type exercises. There are people that are not built for this type of thing, but if you can do it, you should, because there are neurotransmitters that reside in the bottoms of your feet that send signals to your body, that activate the tissues in your body, that help keep all of your cells on alert, responding to neuromuscular stimuli and really keeping your metabolism going. That's the name of the game in terms of weight management and enjoyment of life, being able to eat the things that you want. You have to keep a high metabolism. The way to do that is to exercise, and plyometrics are a really great way to keep that boost going. All right, lie down now on the floor. We're going to get you into your hip bridge position. So your feet should be on the floor, your knees should be bent, your hands should be down, actually behind your head with your elbows out wide. All right, make sure your feet are straight. Make sure that your toes are down, and you're going to lift your hips up. Now, from this position, you're going to do a crunch. We call this a hip bridge crunch. And so you're going to be taking this hip bridge position, and you're pretending that I'm pulling you up sternum first. You're going to come up, head, shoulders, the top of your rib cage, lift up, lower back down. 30 seconds starts now. We're going to do 2 crunches in this routine. Yesterday, we did the hip bridge only. Today, we're adding the crunch to the bridge. So you're sustaining that bridge position the entire time. Keep those hips up. You're halfway through, by the way. So your hip flexors are elongated and supporting your body weight. Your hamstrings and your glutes are contracted isometrically because they're helping sustain the body weight up there in that bridge position. And now you're moving your body in terms of your crunch. You're lifting up, utilizing those abs in the front of your body. All great stuff. Compound exercises, super great way to be efficient. Okay, now your hips go back to the floor, hands back in the same position. The upper body movement is exactly the same. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring your knees towards your elbows. Right knee to right elbow. You're not crossing the body. You're just coming up, feet off the floor, knees to elbows, and then all the way back down to your starting position. Time starts now for 30 seconds. We call this a total body crunch, or some call it a dead bug crunch. I actually have a client here in New York City from where I operate my company and see clients in person sometimes. He calls it the fried shrimp crunch. For some reason, the mechanics of the body curling up and then lying back reminds him of a fried shrimp. So there you go. You call it whatever you want. It's a really great way to also exercise those hip flexors more and really activate the abdominal muscles. All right, last exercise. You're going to get up into tabletop position now. Put your hands on the floor next to your butt, fingers facing forward. Your feet are still on the floor, and you're going to pick your body up off the floor into the tabletop. Okay, we're going to do something we call crab kicks. A crab kick is where you sustain this tabletop position. You lift up one knee and kick out your foot. Put the foot back down on the floor and then alternate. Let's start the clock for 30 seconds. Take your time. There's no need to go quickly. You just want to focus on the mechanics, right? You lift up the knee, the leg that's extending out into the kick. Make sure the foot is flexed. And then make sure that the foot goes back to the floor in the same exact position. Keep those hips up high. Abs are going to be engaged because they have to be. Just focus on utilizing the whole hand. You've got 11 seconds left. Now go a little faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. stand up for me and take a quick break. We are going to have like about 10-15 seconds of a break. Then we're going to go right back into the moves. We are doing the flow format with the second set. As we normally do, we go from exercise to exercise without stopping. Very little downtime, which means there's less time for instruction. But you can do this, I know. Go ahead and line up your feet for that lighthouse move for balance. Weak leg in the rear this time. Heel to toe. Time starts now. Moving your head only. All the way to the right. And then all the way to the left. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Make sure that your ears and your shoulders line up, right? You want that chest open in order to fully be able to respirate. And you want to move your head slowly. You're discombobulating the inner ear equilibrium, forcing your body to really contract muscles, connecting you to the floor. 3 seconds. And go right on into the walkout push-up. Your time is going. Walk all the way out to push-up position. Do one really good push-up. Get your nose as close to the floor as possible. Then lift back up and walk your hands back and stand all the way up. Right? Again, aim to do maybe 3 of these. Not important, even if you only do 2 of them. Just focus on the control. Make sure that when you're in the squatted position, your knees are bent, as well as your hips bent where you bent over. You want that knee bend in order to get your butt closer to the floor. That is a really good indicator of range of motion in your back and in your butt. All right, finish the one that you're on, and we're going to do the lateral jumps. All right, jumping to the right, jumping to the left. Get some distance, some height. Your time is going. Hands on your hips or out to your sides. Again, make sure that you keep those shoulders back. All right, you want to keep the chest open. In through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. All right, keep it going. You've got another 7 or 8 seconds here. And then we'll be back on the floor for the last couple of minutes. We're just past the 12-minute mark here. I know it doesn't seem like a lot to do 15 minutes of exercise every day, however, is a behavioral anchor that can change your life. 100%. I haven't exercised in a gym in probably 15 years. I have no intention, no need to do so at any point. Even in the cold winter months, I'm a runner. You probably know this. I exercise with the Road Runners Club here in New York City. Down on the floor, get your body into the hip bridge position for that hip bridge crunch. All right, feet straight, hips high, and time starts now. So I do get out and run, but as far as the maintenance of my muscles, my push-ups, my jumping jacks, my squats, my lunges, all of that stuff I perform in my living room, in my mornings, every day. Sometimes I'm a little lazy. If I'm doing a run, I might bag it for one day or 2. Sometimes on the weekends, like if my kid gets up early. But it's important that you just make it part of your life, and then you don't think about it. It's just part of what you do. You roll out of bed, I put the coffee on, I go to the living room floor, I either turn on some music or turn on some news, and just power through. All right, total body crunch. Hands still behind your head, knees to elbows, and then all the way back. Knees to elbows, and then all the way back. Contrary to popular belief, you do not need all the gadgets and the toys and the equipment and the stuff, the consumer-based stuff that people seem to think you need in order to get in a good workout. You don't. Yes, you need muscular load on your muscles, right? Your push-ups will do that. Yes, you need flexibility training. You can do that within the scope of the exercises that you do on a daily basis. Just end with a few stretches. Now we're doing the crab kick. So hands on the floor, fingers forward, hips up high, knee up, kick out your foot. Last 30 seconds is going. All of it can be done without the use of equipment, without the use of a gym. And that's why our company is dedicated to helping you come up with solutions that can suit your life without, making a huge impact on what it is that you like to do with your life. You just have to commit to doing a little something every day, and it's not an hour every day. It is a very short commitment, 15 minutes. And if you don't have time for 15 minutes, I can give you a program that will last 5 minutes. So let us know if you need our help. There are ways to fill out client health history forms and sort of informational forms at our website, which is www.bodybyInshape.com. All one word, bodybyInshape.com. And we have just launched InMotionWorkouts.com, an online exercise module that allows you to create a customized routine at any length of time, at any difficulty level. So check those things out. I'm Coach Kim from InShape Fitness. I'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Body Blast. Have a great day.